Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
Welcome inside the Don Riddler Fieldhouse. This is the LTU Sports Network. My name is Ryan Alardi. I'm the Sports Information Director here at Lawrence Tech. I'm going to fill in tonight for Alex Johnson, who you'll have on the call tomorrow. Going to be honest, can't do as well a job as Alex Johnson. I'm going to try to do my best Alex Johnson impression. Hope he's listening out there. We're going to bring you a WAC women's volleyball match featuring the receiving votes 18-1 Indiana Tech Warriors. They're going to face your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils coming at 10-9. Indiana Tech 6-1 in the WAC. Lawrence Tech 3-4 coming off a sweep of Lords on Wednesday evening. Let me give you the starters first for the Warriors. Setter is number 1, Andrea Shriver. Outside hitter number 2, Noelle Ort. The liberos number 5, JC Bluss. We're going to look out for her tonight. She routinely leads the conference in digs, the senior from Florence, Kentucky. Middle blocker is going to be number 6, Taylor Zorg. Outside hitter number 12, Jacqueline Alloway. The right side is number 13, Emma Westra. And the defensive specialist will be number 15, Olivia Gessner. They're coached by Matt Fishman in his first season. He inherited a very well-stocked Indiana Tech roster. Just look at the 18-1 record, as I mentioned. They're receiving votes in the latest NAIA Women's Volleyball Coaches Poll. Here's your starters for your Blue Devils. Freshman outside hitter number 1, Charlie Clint. She's having a great freshman campaign. Followed by the sophomore, captain number 2, Lindsay Hubler, Farmington Hills, Michigan native, was a freshman conference nominee last year. Senior middle hitter number 5, Maria Henry. She's new to the lineup, got called up from the reserve roster, and she's been starting in Coach Ed Rule's lineup. Middle hitter number 10, Madeline Hudson. She's a Milford, Michigan native. Sophomore libero, Rachel Roshan. She's your libero, and she's had a great season as well. Last Friday broke the record, 2 Fridays ago, broke the record for digs in a match in that 5-setter versus Rochester. The setter, number 15, is Abby Zambek, Saline, Michigan native. Leads the team with 8.75 assists per set. She'll be handling those duties for the Blue Devils tonight. And stepping in on the opposite side is number 18, Nia Matley. She's a freshman from Milan, Michigan. So it's going to be a tough task for the Blue Devils this evening. They got to get out to a fast start against this Indiana Tech Warriors squad. We're looking forward to bringing it to you here on the LTU Sports Network. Just waiting for them to get underway here. Indiana Tech had a great season last year as well. Their coach left, being associate athletic director at Ohio Northern, so she's moved on. Matt Fishman comes in, and he's doing a great job so far. He's got this train rolling at 18-1. Looks like Abby Zambek, the setter, will serve first for Lawrence Tech. Lawrence Tech in their home whites, Indiana Tech in their road orange. Always like the orange and black combination from the Warriors. And looks like we're just about ready to get underway here Friday night inside the Down Riddler Fieldhouse. Thank you for joining us. Served by Zambek. Reception set by Shriver. Attack dug out by Hubler. Set by Zambek. Attack by Clint. Hits the top of the net. And that one falls for the first point for Lawrence Tech. Great dig there by Huber. Get that point for LTU. Bluss gets the reception. Set by Shriver. Attack by Van Oort. That one bounces over the net and is knocked down by Westra for the point. There's a serve, received by Huber, set by Zambek, attacked by Hubler. That one falls just out of the reach of J.C. Blust for Indiana Tech. Huber now will serve for LTU. Dug out, set up. And that one gets the back corner, Westra. The lefty there for Indiana Tech. Knots this set at 2 apiece. J.C. Bluff's going to come back to serve for the Warriors. Received by Huber, set by Zambek. Here comes Clint on the near side. Dug out by the Warriors, set by Blust. Attack by Paul, who's just come in. Zambek hits it up, over ball by Hubler. Blust keeps it alive, set. Attack by number 6, Zorg. Clint keeps it alive, over ball for LTU. Here comes Shriver. Attack by Zorg. That one hits the far baseline. Point, Indiana Tech. Good rally there by both teams. Madeline Hudson checking in for LTU. Looks like the officials talked about that point, and they're going to give that one to LTU. Looks like the up official overruled the line judge there. So now 3-2 LTU. Rachel Rochon serving for the Blue Devils. Received there, set up by Shriver. Attack by Paul, and that one drops in for Indiana Tech, who has a pair of subs running to the line. Checking in for the Warriors, number 4, Kelsey Scholdebrand. She's a setter from nearby Clarkston, Michigan. I'm sure she's got some family in attendance tonight. And she's going to do the serve for the Warriors. 3-3 here in the early going. Received by Hubler, set by Zambek. Clint on the near side, off the hands of Sorg, and point LTU. Clint having a nice freshman campaign for the Blue Devils. Every match starter comes in 2.15 kills per set for the Blue Devils. A lot of plays drawn up for her by Coach Rule. Here's Bolini, the serving specialist. Received. Attack by the Warriors, dug out by Rochon. Zambek sets. Middle play to Hudson. Finds the back line there. Point LTU. Bolini leads the team with 20 service aces on the year. She's the serving specialist for the Blue Devils. Dug out there by Paul. Attack by Paul. Easy ball there for Zambek. Setting it Hubler. Attack by Clint. Dug out by Paul once again. Setter attack by Scholdebrand. LTU defends it cleanly. Attack there by Sorg. Back and forth play here. Roshan tries to get it over. Now she'll settle it for LTU. Here's Zambek. Clint on the near side. That one's handled by the Warriors. Set by Schaldebrand. Attack. And that's a kill for Taylor Paul, the junior from New Bremen, Ohio. 5-4, Indian attack in the early going. Number 15, Olivia Jessner, is going to re-enter for the Warriors. She's a defensive specialist. She'll handle the serving duties right here. Received by Hubler. Set by Zambek. Middle play to Hudson. That one gets down. Sorg tried to use her knee after a dig attempt by Schaldebrand. And not sure if you can do that, but point LTU nonetheless. Charlie Clint's going to serve here. 6-4 Blue Devils. Received by Blust. Set by Schaldebrand. Attack by Sorg. That one misses wide. Point LTU. See both teams early on trying to play out of the middle. Here's Clint's serve. Dug out. That one goes over. Tapped down by Hubler. That's an easy kill right there. LTU's doubling up the Warriors 8-4 early in this one. It's like Van Ort had difficulty receiving that serve from Clint. See if they pick on her again. Clint, a little too much mustard on that one. Easy point goes to the Warriors. Number 8, Madison May, is going to make her first appearance in this match. Another defensive specialist for the Warriors. She's going to serve this one. See Indiana Tech playing a lot of people on the bench early. Clint receives it, set by Zambek. Outside wide to Hubler, gets that ball over. Dug out, set by Schaldebrand. Attacked by Van Ort. Clint digs it out, goes right over the net. Here's Van Ort again, out of the reach of Hubler. Point Warriors. That one falls in front of Clint. Point Indiana Tech. That one finds the back line. Good serve there from Mays. Run of 3 straight with Mays serving for the Warriors. 8-8 here in the first set. Picking on Clint in the back corner. She receives it, set by Zambek. In between ball there. Hudson has to get it over. Schaldebrand sets. Indiana Tech can't take advantage of the free ball there. And Huber makes them pay with a hammer from the near side. Big point by LTU. Indiana Tech had a free ball there, but they could not take advantage, gave it right back to LTU. They made them pay. Here's Madeline Hudson serving from the back line for LTU. Dug out, set by Schaldebrand. That one was overcooked by Jacqueline Alloway. Another point for LTU. Hudson again with the serve. Received by Van Ort, set by Schaldebrand, back to Van Ort. That one hits the back corner. That one looked close. Both line judges agreed. Point Indiana Tech. JC Bluss back to serve. Oh, little switcheroo there. They're out of rotation. So now number 1, Andrea Shriver, will serve for the Warriors. Shriver, a Sparta, Michigan native. Received by Bolini. Tough handle by Zambek. LT does a good job getting it over. Set by Shriver. Attack out of the middle by Alloway. Good play there for Indiana Tech. They knot this match at 10-10. Dug out by Bolini. Set by Zambek. Hubler finds a hole there in the middle of the Warriors' defense. And Matley will return as Zambek goes to serve for LTU. See, early on, Blue Devils feeding Hubler and Clint early. Short serve. Dug out, set by Shriver. Attacked by Van Ort. That's short. Zambek sets. Henry attacks. Ball right back over. See if LTU can calm this one down. Back to Hubler. Dug out by Van Ort. Over ball. Dug out by Roshan. Back to Matley on the opposite side. The lefty hits it into the net. A little bit of a scramble point there by each team. Trying to setter each team trying to get a point on the attack, and each team defended it well. Van Ort serving for Indiana Tech, 11-11. Received by Hubler, set by Zambek, back to Hubler. That one's dug out by Bless. Put up by Shriver, ball's hit over. That's a point out of the middle for Alloway. We've seen it a couple times early in this first set. Indiana Tech takes their first lead of the match, 12-11. Henry on the attack. Dug out by Shriver. Set up by Van Ort. That's an overball. Clint digs it. Set by Zambek. Attack Hubler. Blust with the dig. Going to call an attack error. Excuse me, a block error on the Warriors. It's going to be on number 2. Van Ort was in the net. Can't do that in volleyball. And we're back tied at 12. Set by Shriver. Attack by Westra was blocked. Indiana Tech gets it back on the other side to Paul. She makes the Blue Devils pay, 13-12. Received by Roshan. Set by Zambek. Attack by Clint. Set by Shriver. Attack. That one's good from Westra. You can see early on why this Indiana Tech team is 18-1. They have a lot of weapons offensively. Westra, Paul, Van Ort. Bless with the serve. Received by Hubler. Set in the middle by Zambek. Near side to Clint. She shanks that one into the net. And now Indiana Tech has a 3-point lead. And Coach Ed Rule is going to call a timeout. We're going to step away here for a quick second. 15-12 Indiana Tech in the first set. We'll be back shortly. By Coach Rule. Set was getting away from the Blue Devils, 15-12. Dug out by Hubler, set by Zambek, attacked by Henry. That one's blocked. Hubler from the middle. An attack error by the Blue Devils, 16-12 now. Blust back to serve for the Warriors. Roshan receives it. Set by Zambek. Attacked by Clint on the near side. That one's dug out by Shriver. Set by Blust. Attack there from Westra. LTU defends it. Overball by Paul. Set by Zambek. Bad set. Henry can't handle it. LTU on a little bit of a slide here, 17-12 in the first set. Apologize to our fans trying to follow the live sets. Had some technical difficulties here. They should be working now. Attack by Clint, set by Bluss. That one's blocked by Matley. Shriver back to Paul, point Indiana Tech. The reason I'm allowed to do the play-by-play tonight is I have both my graduate assistants statting the game tonight. Try to get them to learn a little bit more, and had a little issue with the live sets, but we got it fixed. So those are back for you at home. Bluss sets it. Attack by Westra. Dug out by Roshan. Set Zambic in the middle. Henry hits the net. Not quite sure what happened there. I don't know if it was on the set or the hit, but Ed Rule's going to burn his second timeout. That's an early one, too. 19-12 here in the first set. Indiana Tech's on a roll. We're going to step away here for a minute on the LTU Sports Network. We'll be right back. And we're back here. LTU just needs to stop the run the Warriors on right now. It was 12-12 at one point. 7-point lead for the Warriors. Bluss with the serve. Received by Clint. Zambeck saves it back to Clint. Dug out by Bluss. Shriver sets it. Attack out of the middle. Point LTU. That was Sword with the hammer in the middle. The 6-foot sophomore from Zionsville, Indiana. She might be a problem for LTU tonight. Bluss still serving, short serve. Received well by Clint, but a free ball for the Warriors. Shriver, hammer right there by Westra. And this set getting away from LTU. Received by Roshan. Set by Zambeck. Opposite hitter Matley with that one. Bluss digs it out. Attack out of the middle by Sorg. Set by Roshan. Good swing from Clint, and finally LTU breaks that run. Indiana Tech getting a whopping .294% in this set. LTU at 200. Not bad by their standards, but you can see why Indiana Tech has a 21-13 advantage. That's going to be an over ball. Dug out by Zambeck. Middle attack by Hudson. Dug out well. Set by Bluss. Attack from Westra. Matley down to one knee to dig that one out. Attack from Clint. Dug out by Van Ort. Outside. That one swung on. Great dig from Hubler. Back on Indiana Tech side. Westra tries to settle it. Attack there. Dig by Hubler. Clint on the near side. Van Ort digs it out again. Westra on the near side. Blocked by Hudson, but they can't keep it in play. Point Warriors. Returning for the Warriors is Schaldebrand. She's going to replace Westra. Making her first appearance is Amelia Schultz. Getting a breather is Shriver. Schaldebrand coming in to serve. Dug out by Hubler. Set Zambeck. Attack Matley. Dug out by Schaldebrand, set by Bluss. Back from the middle is Van Ort. And that was an impressive kill for the Warriors. Van Ort almost standing still right in the middle of the court. And she gets the kill there. Double-digit lead now for the Warriors in the first set. Short serve, received by Hubler, outside to Matley. Puts a good swing on it, but dug out by Schaldebrand. Again from the middle, Van Ort. Dug out by Roshan, set by Hubler. Clint gets it over. Diving dig by Van Ort. outside. That one was crushed by Schultz. Nice swing there from the freshman, 6-foot outside right side hitter from Decatur, Indiana. That was impressive on that one. Set point for the Warriors. Zambic settles it. Matley on the opposite side. That one's blocked. Let's see LTU reset the offense. Near side to Clint. That one's blocked. Combination of Schultz and Sorg blocked that one. Story of the first set. LTU gets out early. Big run in the middle by Indiana Tech to open up that 7-point lead, and just too much for LTU. We'll step away here. We have a 3.5-minute break in between sets. You're watching women's volleyball on the LTU Sports Network. And welcome back for set 2 here on the LTU Sports Network. My name is Ryan Ilardi. I'm the Athletic Communications Director here at LTU, filling in tonight, give you fans watching at home a better viewing experience. Fortunately, Indiana Tech takes the first set 25-13. Got some stats. Indiana Tech had a whopping .310 hitting percentage. LTU just .158. Leading the way for this diverse Warriors attack, Van Oort, Paul, and Westra all had 4 kills apiece. On the LTU side, Lindsey Hubler had 5, Charlie Clint had 3. As I mentioned, plenty of options here for Indiana Tech, and you can see by those numbers. 8 digs by Van Oort in that first set. She was everywhere. 6 by Rochon for the Blue Devils. And let's begin set 2. Team switch sides. Here's Indiana Tech. Received by Clint. Had a little bit of trouble there. Settled by Zambek. Good over by Rochon. Oh, that was a big swing out of the middle from Alloway. And a point there for the Warriors. You just can't give a team like Indiana Tech that many free balls. It's part of the volleyball game, but Indiana Tech will make you pay with their hitters. Serve from Van Oort. Received by Huber. That ball's over and in. So the good old-fashioned reception kill by LTU gets them on the board here in the second set. Don't see that too often. And Huber will serve now for the Blue Devils. Dug out, set from the far side. That's Westra. Good dig by Huber, set by Zambek. Near side, O'Connell tries to get it over. She's blocked. Far side attack by Clint. Dug out by Blust, but that one's out of play. Good swing from the Whitehall, Michigan native Clint. See Riley O'Connell making an appearance here, starting the second set for LTU. She missed Wednesday night's match due to injury. Good to see her back in for the Blue Devils. Big part of their offense. Received by Blust, set by Shriver. Middle attack by Alloway. Point Warriors. Blust will serve now. So some impressive numbers for Blust on the defensive side. Came in with 4.64 digs per set. Rashawn has trouble with that reception. Attack from Clint. She misses that one to the left. Tried to go for the back line. That one's out. Served by Blust to short. Received by Rashawn. Set by Zambek. Near side to O'Connell. That one off the hands of the blockers. That was Paul and Sorg trying to block that one. They could not. And LTU knots it up early. Now Rashawn back to serve for the Blue Devils. Clips the net. Dug out by Van Oort. Set by Shriver. Far side attack by Westra. Not a problem for Rashawn. O'Connell near side. That one, great vision there. Hits the back left corner. And LTU has their first lead of the set. Good to see LTU respond after that poor back end of the first set. That one was overcooked by Rashawn. And we're back to even. It's going to be Schaldebrand coming in for the Warriors. She's going to give Westra a spell. Also coming in is Schultz, who we saw at the end of that set. Schaldebrand going to serve for Indiana Tech. The lefty serve. That one's long. Point LTU. Now we'll see how O'Connell does from the line for the Blue Devils. Handled by Van Oort. She stepped in front of Blust. Little miscommunication there for Indiana Tech. Free ball for LTU. Out wide to Clint. That one's dug out in the middle by Blust. Middle attack by Sorg. That one had some sauce on it. Point Warriors. As I mentioned before, the 6-foot middle, Sorg, she's going to be a problem in this conference. Looks like Gessner now, offensive specialist. She's going to serve for the Warriors, tied at 5, excuse me. Received by Hubler, set by Rashawn, outside to Clint. That one's blocked. Guess who? Sorg and Schultz. Point Indiana Tech. Schultz, another 6-footer. That one hits the net. 3-point for LTU. Stops the the Warriors' momentum. And we're knotted at 6-6. There's Clint. She's going to serve from the middle. Dead center. And center to Blust, who, that was odd from Blust. Just kind of shanked that one. Not too common from J.C. Blust. She's an all-conference performer, the senior. Clint tries again. They're going to pick on Blust. She answers the task that time. Outside. That one's hit by Sorg. Back over. Great dig there by Schultz. Near side Van Oort. Dug out by Clint. Settled by Hubler. Over ball for LTU. Diving dig by Schultz. Maybe misread there by the Warriors. Swung on by Schultz, and that one was blocked by O'Connell. Point LTU. Third serve in a row for Clint. She clips the net. Dug up by Van Ort. Setter attack by Scholdebrand. That was nicely done. Big hole in the middle of that LTU defense. They weren't ready for it. Now checking in for the Warriors is Mays. We saw her in the first set. Sophomore from Clayton, Indiana. One of those serving specialists. I think they're talking about the net as a little bit of a dip in it. It was folded over there when Clint hit the tape on her serve. They just wanted to get that straightened up. Here's the serve by Mays. That one to the back to Huber. She settles it. Cross-court set by O'Connell. Back to Huber. That one's dug out by Mays. Zambeck settles it. Near side attack by O'Connell. That one's saved by the Warriors. Set by Scholdebrand. Attack by Van Ort. She kind of, I think, mishit that off the hand. But that one was in. And we're tied at 8. LTU hanging around early in the second set. Huber got in between there. Wanted to touch it last second. She got her hands down. Apparently did not touch it. And that's a service error by Mays. Bluff's going to come back in. Bolini now, this is LTU's serving specialist. Wanted to go a little early. I always find that sub in volleyball a little odd where they have to hold hands at the line and then the ref gives them the go. Always thought that was amusing, but nonetheless, them's the rules, as they say. Here's Bolini, the sophomore transfer. Received. Attack in the middle there. That was Alloway. She's back in. Far side attack by Hubler. Received by the Warriors. Near side by Van Ort. Too hot to handle for O'Connell. Point Warriors. That's Gessner messing me up. 15. She's back in for Indiana Tech. And here's our little sub dance again. Little Wester will return. That's the lefty. Taking a seat is Schultz. And then the serving specialist, Bolini, she's going to come right back out for Hudson. Now waiting to serve from, looks like Shriver for the Warriors. Received by Clint. Middle set there from Zambeck. Henry misses wide. Point Indiana Tech. This is the point of the set where you want to be careful of your LTU. 10-9, still early, but want to make sure you stay within a point or two of the Warriors. That one hits the net, received by Henry, outside to Hubler, puts a good swing on it, too hot to handle for Westra and Alloway, and we're back to a 10-10 tie. Now Zambeck, sophomore setter, she'll serve for the Blue Devils. Short serve, Gessner receives it, goes over, Henry hits it. Point LTU. Good short serve by Zambeck. Gessner had to dive, got right over the net, and good reflexes by Henry. Gets that one in for LTU. Here's Zambeck once again. Let's see what she does this time. Another short serve. One's dug out, set by Shriver. Attack by Van Ort. Tries to go cross court. She misses wide. LTU has a little bit of momentum here, winning the last 3 points. Two short serves by Zambeck. Let's see if she goes for another one. She does. Received, set by Shriver. Middle hit by Westra. Dug out by Rochon. Set by Zambeck. To the middle, Henry. Nice touch there. Gets to the back corner. Point LTU. Zambeck still serving for the Blue Devils. Blust handles that one. Set by Shriver, attacked by Westra. Huber handles it with ease. Popped up by Zambeck. O'Connell mishits it. Point Warriors. A little bit of an odd offensive set there for the Blue Devils. Pretty easy ball to handle by Hubler. Maybe Zambek rushed the set. Hard to tell there, but nonetheless, O'Connell should have got that ball over. Unfortunately, she hits the net. And point Warriors. Handled by Hubler. Set by Zambek, back to Hubler out wide. Blust with a diving dig. Set by Shriver. Attack by Alloway. Swung on by O'Connell. That one's hit out of the middle. That was Alloway again trying to get a point. She cooked it a little bit too much to the left. Point LTU. Huber on the back line for the Blue Devils. Bluss controls it. Set by Shriver. Attack. Point Alloway. And now we're a little bit of a back and forth as Bluss will go back to serve for Indiana Tech. I believe we were here last year. Bluss got her 2000th dig as a junior. It was very impressive. Set by Zambek. Near side O'Connell. Trying to get a hand on that was Westra to no avail. LTU holds a 3-point lead. Hudson going to check back in the middle for the Blue Devils. Roshan at the service line. She's going to go to the back right corner. Plays that one in. Handled by Paul. Attack out of the middle by Paul. Handled by Hubler. Hudson in the middle. Indiana Tech now outside. Westra hits the net. Dug out by O'Connell. Over ball for LTU. See if the Warriors can set it up. Shriver, Paul. Excuse me, that was Westra. Attacked by Clint. Diving dig there by Shriver. Back to Westra. She's blocked. It's going to be an over ball for the Warriors. Calmed by Hubler. Middle attack by Hudson. And that's too many touches. 1, 2, 3. That's all you get in volleyball. Point LTU. That was a bobulated point there for the Warriors. They seemed like they weren't communicating well. A couple of them each trying to set and dig the ball and gave a lot of free balls back to LTU. Roshan with the serve. That one's in the short. Just a free ball for LTU. Zambek settles it. Near side O'Connell. She rips that one past a diving Blust. Point LTU. Timeout in Tech. So a little bit of an LTU run here. Down 12-9. Up 17-12. Timeout. And we're going to step away for a minute here on the LTU Sports Network. We'll be back shortly. Good timeout there by Coach Fishman. His team trails by 5, so just want to stop the momentum. I almost think of volleyball timeouts sometimes as basketball timeouts. Just want to stop the run. Tried to let his team play through it. They could not. Oh, Rashawn, that one was close to the line. Set by Shriver. Attacked by Westra. Off the hands of Hudson and Clint. And a good timeout for the Warriors as they get back on the board. And waiting to look at the scoreboard there. Our student worker sometimes a little slow on the trigger. 17-13 is the correct score. Served by Schaldebrand. Received by Rashawn. Set by Zamek in the middle. Outside wide to Clint. That one's off the hands of Schultz and Zorg. Another point for LTU. O'Connell will go back to serve. I think Zorg's been held in check here a little bit in the second set. Both teams' hitting percentages are down a tad. Indiana Tech hitting at .217 this set. Received by Blust. Tried to go a middle play there to Sorg right on cue, and she hit the net. So thank her for the announcer, looking good. Got no color man tonight, so a lot of talking and not able to look at the stats as much as I want to, but 19-13 here, LTU. Served by O'Connell. Received by Paul. Set by Schultz. That's a free ball. Let's see if LTU can take advantage. Zambek settles it. Hudson's blocked. Zambek once again outside to Clint. Little touch play, and that one gets down. Good job switching sides there by Zambek. They try to go to Hudson. On kind of, I think of it, a pulling guard in football. She was blocked. Zambek kicked it out to the other side to Clint, and she finds the floor. Point LTU. Blust receives it. Set by Schaldebrand. Attack near side. That was Schultz. Now an over ball. Setter attack by Schaldebrand. She's good at that. It was a good dig by Van Ort, and then Schaldebrand with the sneaky play there trims it to 6. See if the Warriors can go on a little bit of a run here. This is Gessner with the serve. Clint controls it. Middle attack by Hudson. Point LTU. It's going to be a timeout by the Warriors there. Coach Fishman's going to use his second one. We'll step away here. Later stage of the second set. 21-14 LTU. And we're back here on the LTU Sports Network. Second timeout used by Coach Fishman and the Warriors. They trail by 7 here, latter stages of the second set. Clint to serve for the Blue Devils. That one was long, and that's tough out of a timeout. I guess kind of ices the serve for a little bit. I'm sure in volleyball you're more used to it. I never played it, so I can't really comment on there, but got to be a little tough coming out of the timeout. Here's Mays for the Warriors. Received by Rashawn, kind of knuckled on her. Going to call it double touch by Hudson in the center. Her forte is not setting the ball. That one kind of handcuffed Rashawn, and that's 2 quick ones for the Warriors. I'm going to switch out the ball, I don't know why, but ball was working for Mays, but she has a new one here nonetheless. Rashawn settles it. Set by Zambek outside to Hubler. That one's blocked down. That was Alloway and Schultz. 2 freshmen there. And that's going to force a quick LTU timeout. Coach Rule had 2 to burn. He's going to use one. I agree with that. Once again, we'll step away shortly for the minute timeout, and we'll be right back. Let's see if LTU can settle the tide here. Still up by 4, but momentum is on the Warriors' side. Mays holding serve for the Warriors. Roshan receives it. Zambek with a poor set. O'Connell's just going to have to get that one over. Schultz has trouble digging it out. It's attacked by Van Ort. A solo block by Hudson in the middle. Big point there for the Blue Devils. Returning is Zorg for the Warriors. And Bolini's going to come on and make the serve for LTU. She's going to serve from the back right side. Back left, I should say. I'm looking at the back right side. Here's Bolini's serve. Settled. Set by Schaldebrand. Van Ort hits it a little bit too long. And LTU is nearing on knotting this match at 1. Bolini again with the serve. Short serve. Back over on LTU's side. Settled by Zambek. Huber on the far side. That one's knocked down. Guess who? Schultz and Alloway once again. See who's going to take the serve here for the Warriors. Looks like it's going to be Shriver. Shriver from the middle of the service line. That one is close to being long. Received by Huber, set by Zambek. Opposite side to O'Connell. Handled with no issue by Shriver. Set by Blust. Far side to Westra. Easy one for Zambek. Rashawn kicks it outside to O'Connell. That one's dug out. And the eventual point there is a nice effort from Clint, but handled by Gessner. Good attack from the Warriors. 23-19. Shriver again. Received by Hubler. Middle play there to Henry. That one's dug out. Far side west to the lefty. Dug out by O'Connell. Set by Zambek. Miscommunication there. Henry gets it over. Scramble by the Warriors. They kick it back over for a free ball. O'Connell sets. Zambek kicks it out to Hubler. That one's blocked, but it goes out of play. Set point for LTU. Zambek back to the service line. This would be a big set win for the Blue Devils after how the first set ended. Looks like Coach Fishman's talking some things over with the down referee. Looks like he was okay with the answer he was given. So he'll sit back down here. Set by Zambek. Short serve. Set by Shriver. She clears the way for Westra. Lefty goes opposite side there. Indiana Tech staves off one set point. Here's Van Ort. Serve, received by Hubler, set by Roshan. Over ball, free ball for Indiana Tech. Can they take advantage? Shriver sets. Coming around the corner there was Alloway. Another point for the Warriors. They trail by 3 here. Agree with Coach Rule here. Save his timeout. He still has one. No need to panic yet, as the unofficial win probability is in Lawrence Tech's favor. I have no idea what it is. Just made it up. And I'm proved right once again, as that one was long. LTU wins set 2, 25-21. Have a 5-minute break here in between sets. Step away, come back, grab a refreshment, and join us for set 3 on the LTU Sports Network. Welcome back inside the Don Riddler Fieldhouse for some Friday night WAC volleyball. My name is Ryan Alardi. I'm the communications director here at Lawrence Tech. Big second set for the Blue Devils, not this match at one set apiece. Looking at some stats there in the second set. Way better hitting percentage by Lawrence Tech, as they're up to 184. They started pretty low, so to get that number up. Indiana Tech, they were at 317. They dropped down to 250 overall for the match. Give you some starters here for the third set. For Lawrence Tech, we're going to have Zambak, Hubler, Henry, O'Connell going to stay on, Clint and Roshan, so that's the norm for LTU. We didn't see Matley in that second set as O'Connell came on. For Indiana Tech, we're going to get Shriver, Van Ort. Also going to get Westra in there. And here's Zambek's serve. Dug out by Gessner, attacked by Van Ort. Blocked by O'Connell and Henry. They couldn't retouch it. That one fell right at their feet. We finished those starters for the Warriors. Alloway's in there as well. Blust, of course. Van Ort and Shriver. Van Ort serving from the back line. Good serve there. Hard to handle by Hubler. And knotted at one here early on. Set by Clint. That one's over. And another point. Excuse me, that one went to the Blue Devils. Sorry, that was the SID in me. I was checking the scoreboard, make sure our student staff was doing a good job. Scoreboard is correct here inside the field house. Good serve by Hubler. And we're knotted at 2. SID Brain, Sports Information Director Brain, always working here. So trying to watch, making sure our scoreboard's right inside the arena. Good serve by Hubler. Tough to handle by the Warriors. Back-to-back service aces for the sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan. About 15 minutes west of campus. That's where I reside as well. Hubler. Handled by Blust. Outside. That one finds the ground. That was Paul back in. Point Warriors. Didn't hear a lot from Paul and Sorg in the second set. See if they can get back on track here in the third set. Blust with the serve from the middle. Hubler handles it. Set by Zambek. O'Connell's going to get into it. That one blocked. Settled by Zambek. Near side to Clint. That one goes off the hands of Paul for an LTU point. Bolini's going to come on for the Blue Devils. She'll handle the serving. Bolini has a transfer. She's a sophomore from Romeo, Michigan. Defensive specialist. Handles a lot of the serving duties for Lawrence Tech. So good at digging balls out there on the defensive end. Set by Shriver. Near side's Westra. Off the hands of Hubler. Big swing from the lefty. Westra's been impressive tonight. That's the 5'10 senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Coming back on is Schultz. Also Schaldebrand, she's going to serve. Looks to her coach for where he wants it. See if she can execute it here for Indiana Tech. Lefty. Clint kind of rides up her arm there. Settled by Roshan. Back to Clint. Schaldebrand digs it. Back row attack from Van Ort. Handled by Hubler. Zambek gets it over. Nice middle play there. Schaldebrand to Zorg. Zorg gets an early kill in this set. 5-4 Warriors. Let's see if they try to pick on Hubler again. They do. She handles it, set by Zambek. Far side, O'Connell, big swing. Good dig. Back on LTU side. Clint on the near side. Good swing from the freshman. Point LTU. It was a good dig there by Van Ort. That play happened very quickly. Ball got back over on LTU's side. Near side to Clint. Good swing by the freshman. We're knotted at 5. O'Connell from the back right. Handled by Paul. Far side. That's Schultz. Linesman calls it in. Some LTU fans disagree. 6'5" Warriors. Back at the line is Gessner, senior from Fort Thomas, Kentucky, defensive specialist. Clint handles it, set by Zambek, near side Clint. That one's knocked down. It's a block for Schultz and Zorg. Block assist for each of them. 7-5 Indian attack. Let's see if the Blue Devils can get Gessner off the line, serving for the 3rd straight point. Handled by Clint. Unable to handle, I should say, as shanked that one right into the first row of the bleachers. 8-5. Early timeout by the Blue Devils. I agree with the call by Coach Rule. He needs to settle this one down before it gets away from him. Take a quick break and come right back here on the LTU Sports Network. All right, and we're back here. Good timeout by Coach Rule. See if they can get Gessner off the line. And now it's 4 straight points by the Warriors. Handled by O'Connell, set by Zambek. Far side O'Connell, that one's blocked. Corralled by LTU, is going to be an overball. Schaldebrand handles it. Middle attack from Van Ort. She just hit the net on that one. She got into it, but hit that tape, dropped right down. LTU point. Now Clint back to serve for the Blue Devils. Handled by Blust. Popped up by Schaldebrand. Unorthodox attack by Sorg. Settled by Zambek. O'Connell, that one's long. But a touch called by the referee. My apologies, I missed that one. I thought she just hit a little too long. Point LTU. Clint will serve again. Handled by Van Ort. Set by Schaldebrand. Back outside to Van Ort. Off the hands of O'Connell. Laughed there as she kind of reset her feet and put her hands back out. Reminds me of golfing when you take a bad swing and then you take another one real quick and say, hey, why couldn't I do that the first time? It was a beautiful day to golf here in Michigan in the 60s. I was out there earlier today. Nobody cares, so we'll get back to the action. Set by Zambek, attacked by O'Connell. Dug out by Schaldebrand. Popped up there in the middle. Attacked by Van Ort. She hit the net. That was Mays on this side is what threw me off. She's usually not handling the setting duties for the Warriors. But apparently that one got on the other side of the LTU net. Point Warriors, 10-7 lead for the visitors. Clint has issues with that one off the net. LTU thankfully gets it over. Schaldebrand sets. Attack out of the middle. That was Alloway, the freshman from Illinois. And now we're in kind of the danger zone when you want to use a timeout if you're LTU, but you already used one of your 2 early, so you got to let your team ride this one out. Clint controls it. Settled by Hubler. O'Connell hits the net. Dug out by Schaldebrand. Blocked there by LTU. Schaldebrand outside to Van Ort. Dug out by Clint. Set by Zambek. Middle attack from Hudson. A little bit of a fight at the net. Oh, man, that one. O'Connell knew it right when she hit it. Trying to get that ball over. Kicking herself for that one. Point Warriors. LTU's got to break this run from Indiana Tech. Dug out by Clint. Set by Zambek. Near side is Hubler. Point on the touch. Not sure where. Coach Fishman had the same question. Was satisfied by the official's response. Good swing there from Hubler. Couple subs for the Warriors. Roshan back to serve for the Blue Devils. Handled by Blust. Schaldebrand sets it. Van Oort. Some sauce on it. Dug out by Roshan over the net. Schaldebrand. Middle attack from Alloway. Point Warriors. Westra is going to return for Schaldebrand. And it's going to be Shriver for Schultz. Shriver going to serve here for Indiana Tech. 13-8 here in the middle of the second set. Huber receives it over the net. A little tap down by Westra. And this one getting away from LTU. Plenty of time to make it up, but kind of a mirror image of the first set. See if LTU can stop the run. Received by Hubler. Set up by Zambek. Hubler on the near side. Dug out by Shriver. Set by Blust. Over by Westra. She hits the net. It's an attacking error from Westra. I haven't seen too many of those tonight. Point LTU. And we got Zambek back on the service line for the Blue Devils. Handled by Westra, set by Shriver. Van Oort with a touch. Dug out by Hubler. Popped up by Zambek. O'Connell off the hands of the blockers from Indiana Tech. That was Van Oort and Alloway. And a couple points in a row for LTU. So good response there. They got down by 6. They cut it back to 4. Received by Van Oort. Shriver back to Van Oort. Easy ball there for Clint. Set by Zambek, outside to O'Connell. Too much on that one. No touch, point Warriors. Now Paul going to return for Indiana Tech. That's Van Oort at the service line. 5'9" sophomore outside from Mantorville, Minnesota. Received by Clint. Rashawn settles it. Clint from the middle. Dug out by Van Oort. Set by Shriver. Attack by Alloway. Point Warriors. For the Blue Devils, you can't afford to trade points right now in the middle of the set, as Indiana Tech has a comfortable 6-point lead. They bumped it back to 6. There's a serve for Van Oort. Clint digs it. Set by Zambek. Near side Hubler. That one's dug out by Shriver. Bluss settles it. Far side. That's Paul. Zambek can't handle it. Now the lead is up to 7. Largest lead of the match. And Ed Rule's seen enough. He's going to call a timeout. Good timeout by Coach Rule. See if LTU can talk it over and get back on track here in the third set. 1-1 is the match here on the LTU Sports Network. Welcome back. LTU out of timeouts now for the remainder of the set. couple stats from the first two sets. These aren't going to be up to date. Van Oort, 6 kills. Alloway and Westra, 6 apiece. Alloway at an impressive 625. Westra at a 286 clip, leading the Indiana Tech attack. That one received by Hubler. Roshan sets it back to Hubler. Cross court, Blust digs that one out. Shriver sets, back row attack from Van Oort, handled by Roshan, settled by Clint. Near side, Hubler. She hits the netting there, the stick. I gotta be honest with you folks, I don't know what that's officially called. I'm not a volleyball aficionado, not my sport, but hit the stick there in the net, automatic point for the Warriors. That serve is long by Van Oort, so gives the point right back. You can email me at rlardy@ltu.edu, or I can Google it when I get back to my office tonight, find out what the technical jargon is for that stick on the net. No idea, I apologize. Huber with the serve. Van Oort receives it, but pops it straight up. Shriver comes diving back to try to control it. She cannot, as that one's going to be a reception error for Van Oort. See if Huber can put together another good serve. Van Oort settles this one. Shriver sets it up to Westra. That one's blocked. Attack out of the middle from Alloway. Hurried that one a bit. Misses the right side. And after that 17-10 timeout by Coach Rule, LTU's taken 3 of 4. Huber's still on the line. See if they're going to pick on Van Oort once again. They go to Blust. She handles it with ease. Set to Shriver in the middle. That one was long by Alloway. They're asking for a touch. The up official agrees. Linesman didn't see it that way, but up official has the last call. Touch, point, Indiana Tech lead back to 6. Blust now serving. That's a short one. Handled by Henry. Zambek. Attacked by O'Connell. Too hot to handle for Shriver. Point LTU. Looks like Henry got dinged up a little bit on there as she miscommunicated with Roshan. She's walking off a little gingerly. Talking over with assistant coach Dave Nichols. If you guys have a chance, check the bio on Coach Dave Nichols, assistant here at LTU. Won a couple national championships at Barry, D2 down in Florida. What an asset to have on Coach Rule's staff. Middle attack there from Hudson, point. Blue Devils. This one's down to a 4-point margin. Closest LTU's been in a while. Won 5 of 7 points after the timeout. Bolini now serving from the left side for LTU. Van Oort handles it. Shriver sets it. Big swing there out of the middle. That's Paul. Only 5'8", but she's lanky. Got up there, got on top of that ball. Puts a little bit of a stop to this LTU run. Coming back on is Schultz. Scholdebrand as well. She's going to replace Shriver. Those are the two setters. And now Scholdebrand's going to do the serve. Late sub for LTU. Henry for Bolini, but that's just to get Roshan back on the court as Henry's getting worked on there on the LTU sideline. Lefty serve. Handled by Hubler, set by Zambek, far side's O'Connell. Blust. She controls it, pops right up in the air, hits the top. I'm trying to think of the word for it. Hits some of the structure of the roof, and that one plops right back down for an LTU point. If LTU's got to make a run, they got to go now. Down 4 here, Indiana Tech up 20-16. O'Connell serves. Handled there, kicked outside by Scholdebrand. Attacked by Schultz, corralled by LTU, sloppy, but they get it back over. Scholdebrand to sword, dug out by O'Connell. That attack from Clint's handled, free ball there. Van Oort gets it back over, dug out by Hudson. Now O'Connell's just going to get back over. Blust has to make a diving dig though. Far side Paul, dug out by O'Connell. Zambek kicks it in the middle of Hubler. She gets it over, dug out by Blust. Setter attack by Scholdebrand. See if we can calm this play down. That was a middle attack. Scholdebrand to Zorg. She missed that one to the left. LTU within 3. So that was a crucial point for LTU on that long rally. O'Connell hits it. Rides up the arm there. Having trouble with that was Paul. And good timeout from Coach Fishman, Indiana Tech. So LTU has crawled their way back into this one, down 2, 2018. We'll step away for a quick minute, come right back for some more women's volleyball on the LTU Sports Network. All right, we're back here after a Indiana Tech timeout. 2018, O'Connell set to serve for the Blue Devils. Let's see if they can control the serve here as they still trail by 2. Served by O'Connell, handled by Van Ort in the middle. Schuldebrand, that's a nice play to Sorg there off the wrist of the diving O'Connell. Good answer by the Warriors. This is Gessner returning for Indiana Tech. She's going to serve. It's a big point here for LTU if they can go for a 1-for-1 and keep the Warriors off the line. Roshan settles it, set by Zambek. From the back row is O'Connell. Good dig there by Gessner. Tagged by Van Ort. Easy there for Roshan. Middle play Zambek overs Hudson, controlled by the Warriors. Far side's Van Ort. Diving dig by Roshan. Attack from Zambek. Point LTU, but that's all Roshan there. The diving dig. The sophomore having a breakout season. As I mentioned a couple weekends ago, she set the single match digs record with 40 in the 5-set win against Rochester, but they give it right back. That one's going to hurt. Clint hits into the net. That's a big point for the Blue Devils. Couple subs as Sorg and Blust are going to come out. Coming on here, can't get the number. I think that, yep, that's number 8. That's Mays. Received by Roshan. Zambek sets it. Hudson hits. Dug by Mays. Van Ort from the middle. Easy one for Hudson. Doug, they just got to get it over now. That was sloppy for LTU. Schuldebrand settles it. Van Ort gets a good whack. Blocked by LTU. That was Zambek and Hudson, but goes out of play. 23-19 here. LTU has to win this point if they got a chance at winning this set. Oh, Huber misread that one. I think she kind of drop-stepped. Took a step back and had to dive, and set point for the Warriors. See if they go right back to Hubler. Mays does. Huber redeems herself, set by Zambek. Far side, O'Connell, that one's blocked. Settled by Clint. Set by Zambek, middle attack from Hudson. Point LTU. First set point staved off, but 24-20 Warriors. Looks like Sorg's gonna come back on for Mays. Blust returns as well. Roshan serving from the back left corner for LTU. Dug out by Van Ort, set up by Schuldebrand. Over. Oh, and that one, tough one to handle. Clinton Roshan kind of pinballed around there. Indiana Tech's going to take the third set, 25-20. We'll step away for a couple minutes here, come right back for set 4 of LTU Women's Volleyball. And welcome back to set 4 here. Indiana Tech leads 2-1. Try to give you the starters here ahead of time. For LTU, they're going to go with the same lineup. Going to be Zambek, Hubler, Henry O'Connell. Lauren Peters is out there, so that's her first appearance in tonight's match. Hudson in the middle for Sean Joe Libero. Lauren Peters had a good showing on Wednesday night. Looks like it should be the same for Indiana Tech. Going to be Van Ort. Going to be Alloway, Westra, Paul. Sorg's going to start this one. Shriver, and of course Blust is your libero. So 2-1 here, Indiana Tech. Everyone's winning on the left side of the court, so maybe that's the trick for LTU here in set 4. Van Ort's going to serve. Oh, miscommunication already for LTU. Not a good start. That one looks like it went right at Peters. Smart coaching there. Go to the new entry to the game, and she had trouble handling that one. Bet a buck they're going to go right back after her. They do. And Peters shanks another one. And it's 2-0. Indiana Tech. Here's a freshman from Oxford having a hard time handling that, but good positive reinforcement from her teammates. They all know where this one's going. It's going to go right back at Peters. Rashawn steps in. I think he's trying to help Peters on that one, and she got handcuffed, and not a good start for the Blue Devils. 3 service aces. Here's Van Oort. Right back at Peters. She handles that one. Set by Zambek outside to Hubler. Bluss controls it. Shriver back to Van Oort. Handled by Peters. That one gets in the net. Henry, nice job getting it over. Westra attacks. Dug out by Roshan. Near side's O'Connell. Good swing by 14 right there. We're going to give Peters some credit there as Van Oort. 60 service aces on the year, about .86 service aces per set. Over, I won't say almost one a set, but over 3/4 of a set there. So her service tough to handle. Nobody checked my math on that last comment. Swung on by Westra. Set by Zambek, middle attack by Hubler. Diving dig by Shriver, set by Bluss. Westra on the far side. Easy for O'Connell. Zambek sets. Peters with the swing, handled by Bluss. Set by Shriver, near side. That's going to be a point for Paul. (4-1) Indian attack. Bluss going to serve. That one's long. Oh, Roshan last second touches it. I'd like to see that one again. I think Peters thought it was long. Roshan stepped in to help, and LTU out of sorts here early in the 4th set. It's Bluss. Peters controls it. Zambek set back to Peters. Soft play. That one's easy for Shriver. Set by Bluss. Near side. That is Paul. Oh, that was Van Oort, excuse me. Back over is Peters. Middle attack there. Struggling with Sorg. I think it a little mistimed. Point LTU. A little bit of India Tech contingent coming out tonight as they're in town for a back-to-back. I believe they're playing Rochester as Uno's playing Rochester tonight. That's who the Blue Devils will face right here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Bluss handles it. Attack there by Paul. That was blocked. That was Hudson and O'Connell. Point LTU. Bolini doing a good job from the service line for LTU. Controlled by Van Oort. Quick attack there by Indian Attack. Outside to Peters. She's blocked. Point for the Warriors. Early 6-3 advantage. Coming in is Schaldebrand. She's going to serve. So Bolini comes out. Her serving duties are done for the moment. Schaldebrand, that one's handled by Peters, set by Zambek, near side's O'Connell. That one's too hot to handle for Schaldebrand. Good swing there from the junior outside O'Connell, Howell, Michigan native. Been to Howell, I played golf out there once early last fall. Here's O'Connell. That one's settled by Paul. That one just got over by Schultz. Middle attack by Hudson. She misses wide. Point Warriors. Gessner comes back on for the Warriors. She's going to serve. Hudson, Zambek, Peters, Hubler, Roshan, and O'Connell out there for LTU. Handled by O'Connell, set by Zambek. Kicks outside to Peters. That one hits the line. I don't think the Warriors agreed. Line judge had it in. Okay, looks like they were over. Looks like the up ref overruled them. So it's going to be 8-4 Indian Attack. O'Connell studies it. Zambek set. Back to O'Connell. That one's handled easy by Bluss. Schaldebrand kicks it out. Handled by Hubler. Tag by Hudson on the middle. Diving dig right there. That was Gessner. Kick back out to Peters. Boss handles that one. Schuldebrand hustling. Kicks it back to Van Oort. That one popped up by Hudson. O'Connell settles. Huber from the back row gets it over. Schuldebrand, blessed. Near side Van Oort. And that one's in. Good vision from Van Oort. 9-4 Warriors. And it looks like we're going to have a sub here for LTU. Erica Reed's going to make her first appearance of the match. Sophomore, outside hitter from Sturgis, Michigan. She's going to replace Peters. So Coach Rule trying to go in his bag of tricks here in the fourth set. First Peters, now he's going to go to Erica Reed to see if they can give LTU a jolt. That one handled by Hubler. O'Connell hits it. Bluss comes in easy for the dig. Schuldebrand in the middle. That one soared. Good point for the Warriors. 10-4 here in the third. Excuse me, in the fourth set. 2-1 Warriors match lead. Gessner serves, handled by Roshan. Zambek hustles to get it. Deep row hit from Huber. That one's easy to handle for Gessner. Set by Schuldebrand. Attack by Schultz. That one was odd. I think she didn't know how much room she had with the net. Kind of tried to lift it over. Point Warriors. Now Reed to serve. Lost handles it. Schuldebrand sets. It's attacked by, number was blocked. I mean, that was Van Oort. She goes cross court for another Warriors point. Now looks like Peters is going to come back in for Reed. So a short stint there for Reed. Peters is going to come in. This is Mays serving for Indiana Tech. Roshan steadies it. Zambek kicks it overhead to O'Connell. She hits the net. 12-5 Indiana Tech. I wonder if Coach Rule is going to call a timeout here or not. He's going to let them play through it. Mays. Ooh, that was a good serve. Topspin on that one. Nothing Peters could do. Fell right in front of the freshman. That one was not her fault. Hats off to Mays on the topspin serve. She gets some cheers from the bench. Mays again. Peters off the hands. That one she had a hard time handling. I think we're going to get a timeout from Coach Rule, and we do. So timeout as Indiana Tech has raced out to a 14-5 lead here in the fourth set. We'll step away on the LTU Sports Network. Let's see if the Blue Devils can do what they did in the third set and get a little bit of run after the timeout. And they need one here as this set's in jeopardy of getting to a double-digit Warrior advantage. This is Mays. Hudson steps in to dig it out. Far side to Hubler. That one's long. Oh, looks like they're going to give it a touch, though. Point Blue Devils. Roshan back to serve. Roshan hits that one long. We've seen that a couple times tonight. And LTU cannot afford to trade points with the Warriors. Looks like that's Shriver coming back on. She's going to serve this one. Hubler diving reception, middle play to Henry. That was from Zambek. Good play there by the Blue Devils. Maria's come on of late, elevated from the reserve team. Short serve there from Zambek. Shriver kicks it out to Westra, the lefty, right down the line, arm side for the kill. Returning is Paul. Going back to serve is Van Ort. Indian Tech is more than willing to trade points with LTU at this stage. That one hits the top of the tape and does not fall over for Van Ort. Free point to LTU. Looks like Reed's going to return for Peters, so looks like Peters and Reed are going to flip-flop here for the time being. See if the Blue Devils can get on a run with Hubler. Serving. Serves it. Blust handles it. Set by Shriver. Westra, big swing, but she's blocked. Dug out in the back line by Van Ort. Set by Shriver. Near side. Swing by Paul. Too hot to handle. Point Warriors. Blust serves it, handled by Reed. Zambek hustles to set it up. Back row hit from Hubler. Dugger by Blust. Shriver, missed set. Blust comes in and gets it over. Nice play by the senior. Zambek middle play to Henry. Dugger by the Warriors. It's attacked by Paul and LTU. Nice attempt by Huber on the dive, but LTU could not settle that one. You got to tip your hat to Blust there, as that was almost disaster for the Warriors. She saved it, got over the net. LTU couldn't handle it. Rashawn comes up for the reception. Zambek, near side O'Connell. That one's long, no touch on this one. As it's 18-9. Ball still serving for the Warriors. That's a short one. Reed comes up, gives it right back on the free ball. Don't like this. Warriors, Westra. Hubler sets it back up. Reed, not an aggressive attack there. LTU's out of sync. Let's see if they can settle it right here. Roshan, another free ball. Ball steps up. Shriver in the middle. Good dig by Zambek. Roshan settles backside to Reed. Hits the net. Blocked. Set by Zambek. O'Connell. She wants a touch. Not going to get it. And this lead has grown to double digits at 10, 19-9 Warriors. Roshan calls it. Zambek kicked outside to Reed. Handled by Van Ort. Set by Shriver. Near side Paul. Handled by Zambek. Set up by Roshan. O'Connell once again. Handled by Van Ort. Shriver in the middle. Kicks it overhead to Westra. That one's wide. Good read by Zambek. Point LTU. Bolini back in to handle the serving duties for Lawrence Tech. Blust receives it. Good hustle by Shriver. It's a free ball, though. Let's see if LTU can take advantage. Zambek, near side O'Connell. That one's blocked. LTU's got to get it over. Reed does. Too hot to handle for Blust. Good hustle by Van Ort. Indiana Tech gets it back over. Settled by Zambek. Hudson. That one was up high. Too hot to handle by Shriver. And LTU started the ship here. Still got a lot of work to do, but they got it back to 10. See if they can get a little string together here. Bolini once again serves. That one's short. And that was hard to handle by Van Ort. Indiana Tech couldn't corral it off the net. Indiana Tech parents weren't happy with that one, but nothing to worry about. You got a 9-point lead here in the fourth set, leading the match 2-1. Dug out by Blust. Set by Shriver. Westra far side. Ooh, that one got just inside the back line. I'd like to see it again. I think it was in by half a ball. Good swing by Westra. She's had a nice night. Now Scholdebrand. Bolini. Server is back out. Looks like Reed is back in. Handled by Huber. That one miscommunication just to get it back over. Miscommunication on the Warriors side. But saving them is Paul. Big hit. Dug out by Huber, but too much on it. Went right back over the net. Out of bounds. Point for the Warriors. Once again, doubling up the Blue Devils at 22-11. So Scholdebrand. Shanked by Reed. Helped out by O'Connell. That wall is over. Too many free balls tonight for LTU. Good dig out there by Zambek and Rochon. Excuse me, as that one is set by the Blue Devils. That was an odd play, but kind of an overball that got in. Point LTU. See if they could cut this one to less than 10 and the waning points of this fourth set. Dug out by Van Ort. Scholdebrand sets. That was Schultz. Dug out by Huber off the top of the roof. That one hit one of the stanchions up there, and not much you could do as O'Connell tried to redirect it. Point Warriors. This is Gessner back in to serve for Indiana Tech. Rochon receives it. Zambek in the middle to Hudson. Good dig by Blust. We're going to call a ball handling area. Yep, they are in Indiana Tech, but what a dig that was by Blust. Reed to serve for LTU. Blust studies it. Scholdebrand hustles. That's Van Ort. Good dig by Rochon. Set by Zambek. Huber tried to get into one. Blust handles it with ease. Attack by Scholdebrand. Kick by Rochon. Set up by Hubler. Scholdebrand in the middle. Hudson hurries to get it over. Diving dig there. That's Schultz. Dug out by O'Connell. Attack by Huber. What a point by LTU. Got to give credit to this team. They're fighting till the end. That was a set by Rochon off her foot. Send that into ESPN top 10 plays there. Set by Blust. This is going to be a free ball, and it didn't get over the net. It was outside of the tape. So LTU's got it down to 8, but can't afford too many mistakes here. Indiana Tech's 2 points from a set win. Match win, excuse me. Here's Reed. Handled by Blust. Scholdebrand sets it. That's Sorg. Go back to your bread and your butter there if you're in an attack. They go to Sorg for a point. And now we're at match point here, 24-15. This is back to Mays here for the Warriors. That one hits the net. That's one of the few mistakes she's made tonight from the service line. As LTU has it back to 8, but this can be an incredible run if they can force a fifth set. Not likely at this point, but as I mentioned, this team's going to fight to the end. See if they can stave off 1 point at a time here. This is Rochon. Set by a diving Gessner. Near side's Van Ort. Dug out by O'Connell. Settled by Rochon. Over ball. Let's see if Indiana Tech can get the match win here. It's an attack by Schultz. Dug out by Rochon. That one can't get over. 3 touches by LTU, and that's going to be the end of the fourth set, 25-16. Indiana Tech, as I mentioned, receiving votes. They're going to improve to 19-1, 7-1 in the WAC as they win this one. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. as LTU is going to try to get back in the win column against Uno. Busy day here at Lawrence Tech. We're going to have women's volleyball at 1, soccer doubleheader 4 and 7. Women are going to play first. They host Lourdes. The men at 7 play Lourdes as well. That's the charity ball game. So hope you tune in tomorrow. We got a bunch of activity here on a busy Saturday in Southfield. My name is Ryan Alardi, Athletic Communications Director at LTU. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you come right back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the LTU Sports Network.